Hi, this is Andrew David. Let's Talk Nevada. Let's start. First off, what's your name, sir?
Eric Sutton.
And my understanding is you're a constituent here in the 3rd Congressional District, so Joe Heck's your congressman.
Yes, sir, and I'm also a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan.
Heck's a veteran. So, why did you stop here this morning?
To drop off a petition that has been sponsored by myself and other veterans to ask Joe Heck to disavow Donald Trump.
Yeah, I see Mr. Horner is also here, and
Yes.
my understanding is you're also a constituent here in Congressional District 3.
Absolutely, yes. And again, I agree with the whole sentiment here that Donald Trump having his fingers on nuclear weapon systems is just the most frightening thing to me in the whole world. And for my congressman to actually embrace that
Because Heck
individual-
has endorsed Trump.
Right. And he has endorsed this, so, I am really frightened. And we were treated very
They
coldly.
tell you the payment.
So, and again, I'm a constituent, and to be treated that way by my congressman is very poor.
Yeah, because a couple minutes ago we were upstairs
Yes.
and seemed like you were in quickly, out quickly.
And yes, and I was accused of recording things because, I have to breathe. What a shame.
Oh, so they mistook your.
It didn't even ask.
Wow.
He just said, "There's no recording in here," and tried to shoo me out the door, and I said, "I'm not recording." So.
Well, before I forget, I just like to ask for your reaction to. Well, first off, just a few minutes ago, I noticed news broke that the New York State Attorney General's office has asked the Trump Foundation to cease fundraising activities because they're concerned the Trump Foundation is acting illegally. Donald Trump loves to talk about how much he's done for military veterans. How much do you think he's actually done in terms of supporting the troops?
I don't think he's done anything that I've ever heard of. I still have friends and brothers and sisters committing suicide every day. What has he done to help them? Nothing.
And continuing on that train of thought, over the weekend, the New York Times dropped a story on Donald Trump's 1995 tax return. We don't yet know how much in taxes he's paid in the past 20 years, but apparently in tax year 1995, he recorded a loss of nearly $916 million. What does that say in terms of how Trump approaches paying his taxes like the rest of us, as well as his record? Another thing he likes to boast about, his business acumen.
As a businessman, Donald Trump is probably one of the worst I have ever read, seen, or heard about. He took gambling in New Jersey and almost basically killed it. And he was the sole proprietor of 90% of the gaming. It's kind of hard to bankrupt a casino. I'm sorry. To hold that up and to continually say that he's proud, that he loves to work in losses, etc., just shows me what kind of businessman he truly is. It's not about business, it's about Donald Trump, and it's the maniacal narcissism of Donald Trump that really frightens me a lot. His business practices are bankruptcy and screwing the small businessman that contracts with him.
And finally, so far, Governor Brian Sandoval, U.S. Senator Dean Heller, and a few other prominent Republicans in the state have declined to endorse Donald Trump, and yet Joe Heck continues to endorse Trump. Sheldon Adelson, Nevada Republicans' top money man, continues to stand by Trump. Why do you think it is that even as some Republicans here have second thoughts, that generally the Republican establishment of the state has lined up behind Trump?
I think it comes down to integrity. Like I said, anybody that supports Trump must be getting something out of it on the other end because he's a deal maker. And you asked a question earlier that kind of snagged my curiosity about what Trump has done for veterans. Trump has insulted veterans deeply, repeatedly, made fun of Gold Star families,
And yet, yeah.
mimicked a Purple Heart, compared his own sexual escapades in the 80s to combat. The man's an idiot. He exists in the echelons above reality. He has no idea what's going on down here on the ground, and certainly has no business sitting in an Oval Office.
And yet he continues to boast about how allegedly well he's doing among military families in the polls.
Anybody dumb enough to believe that? Oh, well.
Well, thank